Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning only to feel like something inside you didn't wake up with you? Your legs feel heavier, your arms slower, the floor feels further away. And yet you went to bed just fine. You didn't run a marathon. You didn't climb a mountain. You just slept. So why does your body feel like it aged a year overnight? Here's the truth that most doctors won't say out loud. You don't lose muscle because of age. You lose muscle because of what you're missing before sleep. Not workouts, not protein powder, but a set of essential vitamins your muscles depend on during the quiet hours of the night. And here's the scary part. By age 60, your body loses up to 3% of muscle strength every single year, not while you're awake, but while you're asleep. And for most seniors, it goes unnoticed, until one day the stairs feel steeper, your balance feels off, you reach for a railing, and then you fall. But here's the good news. This kind of nighttime muscle loss is preventable. Not with expensive supplements, not with extreme exercise, but with the right vitamins in the right form taken at the right time. And that time is just before you close your eyes. According to recent studies, 93% of adults over 65 are missing at least one of the 7 key vitamins needed for overnight muscle repair. Worse, some of these deficiencies can double your risk of frailty balance issues and injury within just a few years. But tonight, that can change. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most powerful nighttime vitamins, ranked from the least to most important, that can help you wake up stronger, steadier, and more independent. Each one is backed by real research. Each one plays a unique role in repairing, rebuilding, and restoring your muscles while you sleep. And when you take them together, they don't just stop the muscle loss, they reverse it. Let's begin. Let me take you into a story. Imagine a quiet neighborhood at night. Every house is dark. But in one house, something special happens after sunset. The lights flicker on. Repairs begin. Pipes are fixed. Wires are checked. Floors get mopped. That house. That's your body. And the repair crew, that's your muscles. But here's the problem. If one key switch isn't turned on, the entire crew stands still. The repairs don't happen. The damage remains. That switch is called magnesium. Magnesium isn't just another supplement. It's the conductor of your body's nighttime healing. It signals your nervous system to relax, your blood vessels to open, and your muscles to release tension. But more than that, it activates enzymes in your muscles that repair damaged fibers, stabilize hydration, and optimize oxygen flow. Without it, your muscles stay tight, dehydrated, and vulnerable, especially during sleep when they're supposed to be healing. And here's the catch. Most seniors are getting the wrong kind of magnesium. Multivitamins, leafy greens, even pills from the pharmacy. They often contain magnesium oxide, cheap, poorly absorbed, and mostly flushed away. The form you need, magnesium glycinate. This is the form that actually crosses your digestive lining and enters your muscles. It doesn't cause stomach upset. It works gently, silently, and deeply while you rest. One powerful study from the University of Palermo found that seniors who took just 250 milligrams of magnesium glycinate every night for 3 months experienced a 34% boost in morning muscle strength. They reported fewer cramps, less joint stiffness, and even better sleep quality. And it makes perfect sense. Nighttime is when your body switches from go mode to repair mode. That's when your parasympathetic nervous system, your healing system, kicks in. And magnesium, it's the fuel that powers it. But if you don't have enough, that entire process slows down. and every night becomes another missed opportunity to get stronger. So how do you use it properly? It's simple. Take magnesium glycinate, not citrate, not oxide, about 30 minutes before bed. Take it on an empty stomach with a small glass of warm water, not with almonds, not with food, not buried in a multivitamin. Let the glycinate form do what it does best. Unlock repair, calm your muscles, and restore what aging tries to take away. If you've been waking up with stiff legs, tired arms, or tension in your lower back, magnesium glycinate could be the missing key. It won't work overnight, but give it time, and you may feel your body slowly remembering what strength feels like. Now, are you ready for the next vitamin? Because vitamin number 6 isn't about muscles directly. It's about the nerve wires that tell those muscles what to do. And if those wires go quiet, even the strongest muscles become useless. Let's talk about vitamin B12. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried walking across the room but your legs felt like they weren't quite yours? Maybe they moved a little slower. Maybe you felt off balance for a second. Or maybe, just maybe, you had to reach for something to steady yourself. Most people chalk it up to just getting older. But there's something more happening behind the scenes, something invisible but very real. It's not your muscles that are failing you. It's the signal between your brain and your muscles that's breaking down. That signal runs along a vast, complex highway of nerves, and one crucial nutrient keeps those highways open and firing. It's vitamin B12. B12 is often called the energy vitamin, but for seniors, it's much more than that. It's the spark plug that powers nerve communication, so your brain can tell your legs to move, balance, react, and recover. But here's the problem. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 from food drops dramatically. Even if you eat meat or take a multivitamin, your stomach acid may not be strong enough to break it down and deliver it to your bloodstream. And when that deficiency starts, you don't feel it right away. You won't get a fever or a rash. Instead, it creeps in slowly, first as fatigue, then as heavy legs, then as subtle imbalances when you walk or stand. This is why doctors often call B12 the silent destroyer of strength. In a large study from Tufts University, nearly 40% of seniors with muscle weakness were also B12 deficient. And another report from the Journal of Neurology found that older adults who took high-dose methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, saw a 49% improvement in muscle nerve coordination in just 8 weeks. So what's the solution? It's not just what you take, it's how and when you take it. For seniors, the best method is sublingual methyl B12, a small tablet you let dissolve under your tongue. Why? Because this method bypasses your digestive system and goes straight into your bloodstream where your nerves can use it right away. Take it about 1 hour before bed. No water, no chewing. Just let it dissolve naturally. That's when your brain and nervous system enter a deep maintenance mode, repairing damaged connections and restoring your muscle control. It's like rewiring a house while the lights are off. You might not notice the shift overnight, but after a few weeks, you may find yourself walking more confidently, standing taller, reacting faster, feeling like your legs finally belong to you again. If you've ever felt like your balance is slipping, if you've noticed a delay between your thoughts and your steps, don't ignore it, because the wires may still be there, but without B12, the electricity is fading. Now let's move to vitamin number 5, the one most people only associate with bones, but could be the very hormone your muscles are starving for at night. Let's talk about vitamin D3. When most people hear the words vitamin D, they think of bones, calcium, sunshine. And that's fair, vitamin D does play a role in keeping your bones strong. But what most seniors never hear is that vitamin D3 is also a hormone, one that directly controls how your muscles grow, recover, and defend themselves, especially during the night. Let me explain. Inside your muscles are tiny blueprints, genetic instructions that tell your body, rebuild this fiber, store this energy, protect this cell. But those blueprints don't activate on their own. They need a key, and that key is vitamin D3. Without enough D3 in your bloodstream, those repair genes stay locked. And your muscles. They shrink faster, tire easier, and lose the quick-reacting fibers that help you catch yourself when you stumble. That's why falls become more common as vitamin D levels drop. One clinical trial published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology showed that seniors who took 2,000 IU of D3 daily for 12 weeks increased their lower limb strength by 18%. Another study from Switzerland found that older adults with low D3 were twice as likely to suffer from severe muscle loss that required walking aids. But here's what's even more important than the dose. It's the timing. At night, your muscles undergo a process called protein synthesis, a deep internal rebuilding. This is when vitamin D3 gives the order. Absorb the amino acids. Rebuild the tissue. Strengthen the fibers. But if your blood is low in D3 at bedtime, that message never gets delivered. And instead of waking up stronger, you wake up weaker. So here's the fix. Take vitamin D3 right after dinner with a small source of healthy fat. Why fat? Because D3 is fat-soluble, and studies show that pairing it with just a spoon of almond butter or a few slices of avocado can increase absorption by over 60%. Think of it as giving your muscles a bedtime message. Let's grow tonight. But don't take just any D3. Look for the cholecalciferol form and make sure it's not mixed into a complex multivitamin that gets lost in digestion. One small soft gel, one bit of healthy fat, that's all it takes. It won't change your life in a single night. But over time, D3 helps reawaken the fast-twitch muscle fibers that keep you mobile, agile, and independent. The ones that let you climb stairs, catch your balance, or take longer walks without fatigue. So, if you've been feeling slower lately, if your steps aren't as sure as they used to be, it might not be your age. It might just be a missing message, a silent hormone that your muscles haven't heard in years, and now it's time to send it. But D3 isn't the only protector your muscles need, because while D3 builds and commands, the next vitamin acts as armor. It shields your muscle cells from the damage that happens when your body is hard at work repairing itself. Let's talk about vitamin E and why most seniors are missing the one thing that keeps their muscles safe. Let's imagine something together. You're asleep. Your room is quiet, but inside your body, a storm is raging. Microscopic repair crews are working non-stop fixing torn muscle fibers, replenishing energy stores, clearing out damaged cells. And with every repair comes friction, and with friction comes oxidative stress. It's like smoke rising from a fire. That stress creates unstable molecules, free radicals, that lash out and attack nearby healthy muscle tissue. And if left unguarded, your cells break down faster than they can be repaired. Now, here's where vitamin E steps in. Not as a vitamin, but as armor. Vitamin E surrounds your muscle cells like a protective shield. It soaks up those free radicals. It stops inflammation from turning into real damage. And it ensures your overnight recovery isn't undone before the morning sun rises. But here's the tragedy. Most people never think of vitamin E this way. They think of it as something for skin or nails. But for seniors, especially those over 60, vitamin E may be the difference between healing or slowly fading. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors with higher E levels had 27% better physical performance, including stronger grip and faster walking speed. Another study from the University of Arkansas found that taking 400 IU of natural alpha-tocopherol, the active form of vitamin E before bed, significantly reduced muscle damage markers in older adults. But here's the twist. Not all vitamin E is created equal, the kind that works. It must say D-alpha-tocopherol on the label. That's the natural form what your body recognizes and uses. The synthetic version labeled D-all-alpha doesn't protect muscle membranes the same way. It's like wearing plastic armor instead of steel. And timing matters too. Vitamin E works best on an empty stomach about an hour after your last meal, just before your body enters deep restorative sleep. That's when your internal repair systems are fully active. That's when the storm is strongest. And that's when vitamin E becomes your silent guardian. One small soft gel at night can reduce soreness, help you recover faster from even light physical activity, and give your muscles a fighting chance against the daily wear of aging. You may not feel it right away, but over weeks, many seniors report less stiffness in the morning, better balance, and a sense of steadiness that seemed long gone. If you've ever wondered why some people age gracefully, while others seem to decline faster than expected, the answer isn't always exercise or genetics. Sometimes it's protection. And that's what vitamin E gives your body, a second chance to heal without interference. But what if you're already eating protein, taking collagen, and working on your muscles, and still not seeing improvement? That might mean your body isn't processing protein properly at night. Which brings us to vitamin B6, the forgotten engine behind muscle rebuilding. Let's talk about it. You've done the right things. You eat your protein. You add collagen to your drinks. You stay active even if it's just a walk around the block. But somehow your strength keeps slipping. Why? Because eating protein is not enough. Your body still has to use it. And without vitamin B6, it simply can't. Here's what most people don't know. Vitamin B6 is what turns dietary protein into usable muscle tissue. It's the spark that starts the engine. Without it, all that chicken fish or protein powder, it just floats around unused, eventually flushed away. And for seniors, this becomes a major issue. Because with age, not only do we need more protein, we also need more help processing it. That's where B6 comes in. B6 activates a critical process called amino acid metabolism inside your muscle cells. This is the exact mechanism that builds lean mass repairs, muscle tears, and keeps your body from wasting away at night. In one long-term study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults with higher B6 blood levels maintained 22% more lean muscle mass over 3 years, not because they worked out more, but because their bodies were able to use what they consumed. Another study from Tufts University found that nighttime B6 supplementation slowed muscle protein breakdown by up to 18% just by helping the body stay in an anabolic or rebuilding state overnight. But again, timing and form matter. You want to use P5P, the active form of B6, also known as pyridoxal 5-phosphate. It doesn't need to be converted by your liver. It's ready to go straight to your muscles right when they need it. Take it about 60 minutes before bed, and importantly, without food. Why? Because food can interfere with absorption in older adults who often experience slower digestion at night. Just a small P5P tablet, a glass of water, no food, no distractions. The change won't hit you overnight, but after a few weeks, you may begin to feel something surprising. Your muscles don't fatigue as quickly. You recover faster after light activity. And best of all, You might even start to gain some lean strength, at an age when most people believe that's impossible. Because it's not about age, it's about efficiency. If your body has the right tools like B6, it knows exactly what to do. And if you're already supporting repair with magnesium nerve function with B12 and growth with D3, then B6 becomes the glue that brings it all together. Still, there's one thing missing. Because even if your muscles are being built, they still need the right structure to hold them in place. Let's talk about the next nutrient, the one you've probably only used to fight off colds. But in truth, it might be the most important muscle healing agent you're ignoring. It's time we talk about vitamin C. You've been told to take vitamin C when you catch a cold. Maybe you reach for it when your immune system feels weak. But what if I told you that same vitamin C might be the missing piece in your fight against muscle loss? Here's the truth. Vitamin C is not just an immune booster. It's the foundation of the glue that holds your body together, your collagen. Collagen is the structural protein that builds strong muscles, tendons, and joints. Without enough of it, your muscle fibers become fragile. They tear more easily. They repair more slowly. And worst of all, they lose their density, leading to a condition called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. This isn't just theory. One landmark study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors with the highest vitamin C intake had a 67% lower risk of losing muscle mass. Another study from Oregon State University revealed that even mild vitamin C deficiency could lead to a 25% drop in collagen production in just 2 weeks. That means your body doesn't even have the material to patch itself after regular activity. And when does the most collagen rebuilding happen? At night. During your deepest stages of sleep, your body gets to work repairing, rebuilding, and weaving together damaged tissue. But if you're low on vitamin C, that stitching machine grinds to a halt. The result, you wake up stiffer, more sore, more vulnerable to injury. The fix is simple, but again, form and timing matter. Buffered or liposomal vitamin C is ideal. These forms are gentler on your stomach and better absorbed during nighttime repair. You don't need a megadose. 1,000 ml, 1 gram before bed is often enough to saturate your tissues. Take it at least 1 hour after your last meal and with water. Let your body absorb it fully before you lie down. And if you're taking collagen or protein supplements, at night, listen closely. They don't work without vitamin C. This vitamin is the activation key. Without it, your body can't convert amino acids into stable collagen structures. It's like trying to build a house without nails. Now imagine this. You go to bed with soft, aching muscles. But night after night, the damage is being repaired. You start to notice fewer aches in the morning. Joints feel more fluid. And your muscle tone doesn't just hold steady, it starts to come back. And it starts with a simple choice, a single gram of vitamin C taken at the right time. But even with structure and repair in place, there is one last critical vitamin most seniors are missing. The one that decides where your minerals go, whether they strengthen your muscles or get stuck in your arteries. This is the most overlooked, most misunderstood vitamin of all, yet the most powerful when it comes to reversing nighttime muscle loss. Let me introduce you to vitamin K2. Let me ask you something that no one talks about. What happens to the calcium you eat? You drink your milk. You take your supplements. You do what you've been told to protect your bones and muscles. But what if that calcium is going to all the wrong places? Instead of strengthening your bones and fueling your muscles, it's getting stuck in your arteries. It's hardening your blood vessels. And worst of all, it's leaving your muscles soft, slow, and fading. This is what scientists call the calcium paradox. And the missing link? a little-known vitamin called vitamin K2. Most people have never heard of it, and yet K2 is the traffic controller of calcium. It tells your body, put calcium here in your bones and muscle tissue, and keep it out of your arteries and joints. Without enough K2, calcium goes rogue. It builds up where it shouldn't, and it completely misses the places that need it most, like the matrix of your muscles where strength is born and sustained. One powerful study from the journal Nutrients found that seniors who supplemented with vitamin K2 for just 12 weeks experienced a 55% improvement in mitochondrial function inside their muscle cells, meaning they had more energy, less fatigue, and stronger muscle performance. Even more shocking, a separate study from the University of Maastricht revealed that older adults who were deficient in K2 experienced double the rate of overnight muscle loss, double just from missing this one tiny vitamin. Now, here's what makes K2 truly unique. It doesn't build muscle directly. It unlocks your body's ability to hold on to it. It tells your body, preserve this strength, keep this mass, don't let it waste away. And the best form, it's called MK7. This version stays in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours, giving your body a consistent signal to store minerals in the right places. But K2 doesn't work alone. To be absorbed properly, it must be taken with healthy fat. That's why the most effective time to take it is just before bed, alongside a spoon of peanut butter coconut oil or a few almonds. Because while you sleep, your body begins mineral redistribution, and that's when K2 goes to work. It's like hiring a night shift supervisor for your bones and muscles, someone who knows exactly what to move and where to place it. And the result? You may notice firmer legs, stronger steps, and a deep, grounded feeling of control returning to your body. Even if you've been doing everything right, eating well, staying active, taking supplements. If K2 is missing, your foundation may still be cracking underneath you. But once it's in place, your body finally knows where to rebuild. And from there, strength becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Now, before we wrap up, there's one final piece we need to talk about. Because taking all these vitamins won't work if you don't take them correctly. Let's go over the 5 essential tips to get the most out of your bedtime vitamins and help your body absorb every ounce of strength it can. So now you know the truth. Your muscles aren't disappearing because of age. They're fading because your body is missing the tools it needs at night. Not during the day, not at the gym, but during those quiet hours when you're asleep, unaware, and vulnerable. That's when your body is supposed to rebuild you. But without the right signals, the repair doesn't happen. Let's quickly recap the 7 essential vitamins that turn sleep into strength. Magnesium glycinate unlocks overnight repair calms, tense muscles, and supports hydration. Vitamin B12, methylcobalamin, reconnects nerves and muscles for better balance and control. Vitamin D3, not just for bones. It activates muscle-building genes while you rest. Vitamin E, natural D-alpha tocopherol, shields muscle tissue from oxidative stress during repair. Vitamin B6 P5P form converts your dietary protein into real muscle mass. Vitamin C buffered, or liposomal, boosts collagen, strengthens muscle fibers, and accelerates healing. Vitamin K2 MK7 directs calcium to your muscles and bones, preventing waste and hardening. Now you might be wondering, how do I take all of this without getting overwhelmed? That's where these 5 golden rules come in. Rule number 1: pair fat-soluble vitamins. With healthy fat, vitamins D3, E, and K2 must be taken with fat to be absorbed. A teaspoon of nut butter, some avocado, or a few almonds is enough. Skip the empty stomach, for these fat is the key that opens the door Rule number 2, don't take magnesium, zinc, or calcium together. These minerals compete for absorption. If you take them at the same time, they cancel each other out. Space them at least 1 hour apart for best results. Rule number 3, choose active forms, not generic ones. Look for methyl B12, not cyanocobalamin, MX7, not plain K2, magnesium glycinate, not oxide, P5P, not pyridoxine, HCl. Why? Because your body absorbs and uses these forms directly, especially important as digestion slows with age. Rule number 4, build a bedtime habit. You don't skip. Set your vitamins next to your toothbrush. Create a ritual, because consistency matters more than dosage. Missing even a few nights can interrupt the repair cycles your body needs to rebuild. Rule number 5, stay hydrated but not too much before bed. Water helps deliver nutrients into your cells, so always take your supplements with a small glass of water. Just avoid overhydrating too close to bedtime, especially if you tend to wake up during the night. Let me leave you with this. Most seniors don't notice muscle loss until it's already taken something important. A missed step, a hard fall, a chair that's harder to rise from, a walk that suddenly feels longer. But now you know that change is possible. Not next year, not next month. Tonight. Because the truth is, your muscles are still listening. They still remember strength. They just need the right instructions and the right support. Start with 1 vitamin tonight. Even one small change can slow the loss. Even one right habit can give you back the control that aging quietly tries to steal. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone you care about. A parent, a spouse, a friend. Because strength isn't just about muscles. It's about freedom. It's about independence. And it's worth protecting. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Fit. Because here we don't just talk about growing older, we talk about growing stronger. We'll see you in the next one.